Staggering statistics on the war in Gaza. Displaced Jews, Jews that have lost their homes, Jews that are not allowed to go back to their homes in the north and south. 18,000 Jews displaced. Injured, 15,500 Jews injured. Civilian and military casualties, 1,311. Jews in captivity in Gaza, 136. Missiles fired from October 7th, Simchat Torah, over 11,000 missiles fired into Israel. These statistics are up to date, January 22nd. After the Jews were redeemed from Egypt, their first battle the next month was against Amalek, who attacked the Jewish people. Moses commands Joshua to find men to go out and be soldiers. Moses, in the meantime, with other Jewish leaders, they begin to pray for the victory of the Jewish people. But for Moses, it wasn't enough. The Talmud, in the tractate Tanit 11a, it expresses, the verse tells us in the Torah that Moses became tired and he wanted to sit down and he chose a rock. A rock is extremely uncomfortable. Why didn't he choose a chair or a sofa? And Moses wanted to teach us a tremendous lesson for eternity, that though he was doing his share in the war and praying for the Jewish people, he wanted to feel the pain of his brothers and sisters, and therefore he sat on a rock, which is extremely uncomfortable. That has eternal lessons for me and for all of us here. We have to increase our Torah study, increase our prayers and good deeds. We have to reduce daily pressures, consumption of entertainment, music, to lower them. But above all, King David in Psalms 23, he says, though I travel through the valley of death, I am not afraid, because God, you are with me. According to the Hasidic masters, they have an unbelievable take on this. They read the verse this way: Ra, why is it bad for me? Ki ata imadi, because God, your name has been desecrated. That's right. That is what should be bothering us because of our terrible decisions and corrupt deeds and false conceptions that we've had for the last 20 and 40 years here in Israel. That brought us to the massacre on October 7th. But the biggest tragedy is the desecration of God's name. Because of our poor decisions, this has led God's name to be dragged in the mud. That should be on top of our list, to cause a sanctification of God's name.